April is National Bilingual and Multilingual Learning Advocacy Month, and there is a new children's book that's making language learning fun through the excitement, get this, of soccer. Yay! So joining us now, we have Mike Alfaro. He's the creator of the viral millennial Loteria and author of the new bilingual book, GOOOOL. So good to have you here, Mike. Okay, and I am going to mention this at some point, but the timing of this is perfect here for Idaho because I know you have family here and you're probably aware, but we now have a professional soccer team, which is super exciting, right? And then now you have this children's book focused on soccer. I want to talk about that in a moment. But first, though, what inspired you to create your book, to bring bilingual storytelling into the world of soccer, to have that marriage?
Yeah, I grew up speaking. Thank you, first of all, thank you again for having me here and saying hi to my family over there in Idaho. I have some aunts and uncles there, but I'm inspired by my family. I grew up in Guatemala, originally from Guatemala, and came to this country, created a life, and I grew up speaking Spanish, and now my daughter, you know, she's 3 years old, and I want her to continue learning a second language. I think that was incredible for me, so I wanted to grow up speaking Spanish and also speaking English, so I created these books to help her learn, and you know, a lot of people have liked them.
Yes, and so important to begin early, right? Let's talk about why it's important to introduce kids to multiple languages when they're young.
Yeah, that's the moment when you want to start speaking to them in a second language. I think they don't get confused. That's the moment when I think they start to understand that words can mean something different, you know. And I think for this upcoming World Cup that's happening here, and also the excitement of soccer there in Idaho with this new team, I think it's important for families to teach their kids in English and in Spanish terms about soccer, because there's nothing like hearing one of the soccer matches being called in Spanish and like you hear the announcer being like, "Goal!" That's what I wanted to translate, and that's why this book is called GOOOOL, and it's a really fun book for families to learn and get excited about soccer.
Yes, and I love
at an early age as well.
Yeah, at an early age, but I also love too that you're using an incredibly popular sport, right, globally, that I think marries so many different cultures and languages together. But especially learning, you know, the Spanish through soccer, having that opportunity to have that relation, like you said, is just, it's so brilliant of you. It's just so smart that you did this with this book. This book is actually part of your Si Sabo Kids series. So what's the bigger mission, though, behind this project as a whole?
Yeah, just letting people know that it's such a benefit for your children to speak a second language. In the job market, in this global economy, it's really important to learn a second language. For children, that opened the doors for me, and I want to pass that along to, you know, the next generation. And I think too, you know, it's funny because with soccer, I've been surprised how many people, when I say in Spanish, tacos de fútbol, they think I'm talking about food, and like tacos de fútbol is actually like soccer cleats. That's what you say it in Spanish. So it's really fun for this book to like play with those different things in English and in Spanish, and to see those, you know, I try to include that in this book so people would learn. But it's really funny. I think my mission with this book is to let people know that tacos de fútbol is not something you eat. It is like actually what you call soccer cleats in Spanish.
If they learn anything, learn that.
Yeah. For this upcoming World Cup, you got to learn that as well. But in general, it's about teaching them to learn different things. I have a book as well called How Do You Roll Your R's? It's a sound book, and it's important to like teach children how to roll their R's. That's one of our biggest bestsellers. So if you need help rolling your R's, just find us online.
Okay, I will very proudly use a children's book to learn that. There is no shame in that. As simple is sometimes the perfect way to go, right? No matter your age.
So many parents tell me now that it's like I'm learning as I go along. And the reason why we call it Si Sabo Kids as well is because there's a lot of Latino parents out there who want their children, who don't speak Spanish themselves. They grew up here in the United States and they lost that connection to the language, but they want their children to speak Spanish now as well. They see that the benefit of knowing two languages, so they the parents are also telling me like I'm learning again. I'm like feeling I'm connecting with culture as well.
That's awesome.
It's really heartwarming to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. I myself too have heard of a number of friends of mine that are in that situation where they're like, oh my goodness, I'm so disconnected from just one generation ago of being fluent in whatever their home language is, and now they're like, I'm going back to school to learn it because I don't want that to die off, right? I mean, I think there were previous generations, like my mom's generation, you know, where it's like, oh no, we just want to assimilate and that's it. But now there's this rebirth of this beauty and this pride in knowing where you come from and celebrating and never letting that go, right? Making sure that that exists throughout each generation as it moves forward. And I think that is just absolutely beautiful. And I'm so glad that you're helping. You're allowing that opportunity for, you know, for these families to do that. Okay, so as mentioned, you know, there's a soccer team here in Boise. Are you going to be going to any of the games?
You know what? I might need to call my Aunt Holly over there and see if she can host me over there, and we'll make it happen.
You should.
Do a big family outing.
And when you do, you need to make sure that you say hi, okay? And then we'll have you here in studio, and we could talk more about some of your series. Okay. But until then, Mike, where can people go so they can learn more and they can get their books?
You can find us on Instagram at Sabo Kids to check out all our books, follow us and see everything that we're doing. Or if you want to follow me at Millennial Loteria, I do a lot of other fun things on social media and funny videos about Latino life and about being a parent. So follow me there and you'll definitely see about my books as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much and congratulations on such a wonderful series.
Thank you very much.
All right. You take care. And everyone else,